So there's a lot of people saying we need Jesus more than ever. And if you don't know Jesus, then that probably sounds silly to you and a little bit goofy. Like, how can this, whoever, Jesus, I hear his name all the time, but if you don't know him and know what he taught and know that he is the Son of God, even though it sounds crazy, this is historically documented, then it's not going to make sense to you. So I want to make a video explaining why Jesus actually can save the world and why he already has, and why all these evil spiritual things are happening. So Jesus was challenged back in the day. He was a profound teacher. He taught all around the region that he lived in, which is now like Israel, Gaza, all these things that are war torn. So Jesus would go around and they would challenge him. He was Jewish. He was ethnically Jewish. And they said, what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus said, number one, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Some combination of those things. And the second greatest commandment was love your neighbor as yourself. He said, through these two commandments, every other commandment takes care of itself. So let's dissect that. Let's see if that's actually true. Okay, so if you love God with everything inside of you, God is love. God is the ultimate essence of good in the universe. You love God first. Your identity is rooted in something that cannot be moved. The reason why when we take God out of the equation, people start putting their politics or their country or their race or all these things as God. Their sexuality, it becomes God. And when someone attacks that, it becomes a personal attack on your identity and you feel threatened. And that's why people have these such vulgar and strong emotional reactions when their identity is their God, because their identity is not a firm foundation. God is the only eternal rock and immovable force that cannot be shaken, which is why it's so safe to love him first, but also put your identity in him. If your identity is not in God, it's going to be in something that is far inferior, like your sexuality, like your money, your status, whatever. And when we put our identity in these things, if these things become threatened or shaken, our whole worldview starts to fall apart and we feel threatened and we feel violent. So that's number one. Number two is love your neighbor as yourself. Do unto others as we would have done unto you. This is the golden rule. If you guys didn't know, Jesus actually taught the golden rule. That's where it comes from. And I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. If you wouldn't want to get shot in the neck for just having a belief, then you shouldn't do that to others. If you don't want to be murdered, you don't want to be stolen from, if you don't want to be lied to, you don't want people to, be greedy and look at you as a dollar sign or a dollar amount or a means to an end, then don't do that to other people. And if we all loved our neighbor truly, then this country would transform from the inside out, and politics would be irrelevant, and violence would disappear, and social ailments would disappear, because we are loving each other. That is why Jesus can solve all these problems, because he was the ultimate self-sacrificial love for us when we didn't deserve it.